Very good afternoon and salam Ibu Pertiwiku. This is TVS World News. The death toll from the new coronavirus outbreak in China rose to 170 today as world health officials expressed great concern that the disease is starting to spread between people outside of China. Thursday's figures cover the previous 24 hours and represent an increase of 38 deaths, 1,737 cases for a total of 7,711. Of the new deaths, 37 were in the epicenter of the outbreak in Hubei province and 1 in the southwestern province of Sichuan. As the new virus has now infected more people in China than were sickened there during the 2002-2003 SARS outbreak, the United Nations Health Agency was reconvening a committee of experts today to assess whether the outbreak should be declared a global emergency. South Korean President Moon Jae-in urged residents not to panic as the country prepared to evacuate around 700 citizens from the epicenter of the coronavirus epidemic in China today. Protesters used tractors to block access to facilities earmarked as quarantine centers in the cities of Asan and Jincheon, which the government intends to keep evacuees in for 2 weeks to ensure they do not develop symptoms. Moon said in a speech that trust and cooperation will be the weapons that will protect them from the new coronavirus. Moon tried to reassure residents, saying the initial evacuees would only be those with no symptoms, and they will be held in isolation. Scotland's Parliament voted to hold a new referendum on Scottish independence, a move intended to increase political pressure on the British government as the UK leaves the European Union. Lawmakers in the Edinburgh-based legislature voted 64 to 54 to call for holding a referendum so that the people of Scotland can decide whether they wish it to become an independent country. However, the vote will have little immediate effect. A binding referendum can't take place without the British government's agreement, and Prime Minister Boris Johnson this month turned down the Scottish government's request for one on the independence question. Scotland's pro-independence government says Brexit changes everything. Britain as a whole voted narrowly in 2016 to leave the EU, but voters in Scotland opted by a large margin to remain. Well, that's all news updates for now, but stay tuned for more. I'm Razi Ahmad for TV Sarawak, signing off.